a 5-ingredient keto cookie that is flourless, nut-free, dairy-free, and has only 1 gram of carb. What is even in this thing? That's right, this chocolate cookie recipe is free of any flours. No almond flour, coconut flour, lupin flour, sunflower seed flour, oat fiber flour, no flours whatsoever. Now let's get to baking so I can show you how easy these are to make. We start with mixing our dry ingredients together in a small bowl. You're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar-free sweetener. It doesn't matter what type of sugar-free sweetener you use, as long as it's powdered and it measures cup for cup with powdered sugar. 2/3 of 100% unsweetened cocoa powder. Many cocoa powders can have added sweeteners and carbs in them, so you really need to check the label. Make sure it's 100% unsweetened and that the only ingredient is cocoa or coca. Coca? Coca. Woo! And this is optional, but I'm gonna add 2 scoops of Cacao Bliss. I partnered with Earth Echo for this flourless cookie recipe. Their Cacao Bliss isn't your ordinary cocoa powder. It has a superfood blend of turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper, lucuma. All of these help with inflammation and regulating blood sugar. And I love adding it to my baked goods because of the unique flavor from the cinnamon, turmeric, and Himalayan salt. If you want to try Cacao Bliss, just click on the link in the description box. You can save 15% off your order when you use my code KetoFocus. And if you didn't want to use Cacao Bliss, just omit it or add a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. It'll give you that similar flavor. We're also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we'll whisk these together until they're combined. I know some of you have been avoiding nut flours like almond flour, and this is the perfect option for you to still enjoy a keto cookie but not sacrifice on your goals. Then in a large bowl, I'm gonna add in 2 eggs. And these eggs came from a friend who raises backyard chickens. It's nice to know people that raise chickens because they're always left with a bunch of eggs, and I go through a lot of eggs. We probably go through at least 2 dozen eggs a week, so I'm always welcoming any excess eggs that anybody has. I love that this recipe can also be made dairy-free, just as long as you're not using any chocolate chips that might have dairy in them. After we whisk the eggs for a minute or so, we're gonna slowly add in the dry ingredients. And then we'll add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract and a 1/4 cup of keto chocolate chips. And this batter is gonna be super thick and sticky. It's how it should be. And now we're ready to bake them. You want to scoop or roll your cookie dough in between your hands to form a small ball. And then we're going to press that down with the back of a spoon or your spatula. And like I said, this dough is very sticky, so if you don't want to use your hands and get them all goopy, then just use a cookie scoop. Woo! To add a little hint of saltiness to each cookie, I like to finish it with a little bit of salt. I'm going to be using a flaky finishing salt called Malden salt. You can find this in your grocery store. And then we're gonna bake these at 350 degrees for around 10 minutes. Now, when you pull these out, it's gonna look like they're underdone and not finished baking. They're gonna be really soft. Don't worry, it's gonna continue to firm up the longer it sits out. Don't try and pick them up now unless you like warm cookies that you can eat with a fork. But these are best eaten right away just because those chocolate chips become so melty. And with only 1 gram of net carb per cookie, you can get your chocolate fix and stay focused on your goals. I have so many keto cookie recipes. You can even have a keto chocolate chip cookie that is just like my grandma used to make. Click right here to see how to make them. My husband ate all the cookies. I have none to show you. This is all that's left of these cookies, just one tiny crumb, because my family ate them.